The story of Marie-Madeleine Lachenais is a masterclass in the art of political maneuvering and the exercise of soft power during an era of rigid hierarchy. She did not just survive the halls of power, she architected them. As Alexandre Pétion's health declined in 1818, the future of the Republic was precarious. While Pétion is often remembered for his idealism, Marie-Madeleine was the pragmatist. She recognized in Jean-Pierre, then a loyal commander of the Presidential Guard, the discipline and administrative ruthlessness needed to keep the young nation from fracturing. To ensure Boyer's succession, she played a dual game of personal and political alignment. The recommendation, in Pétion's final days, she was his constant gatekeeper. She reportedly used her intimate proximity to convince the dying president that Boyer was the only man capable of upholding his legacy, effectively securing Boyer's appointment as Pétion's successor. Almost immediately after Pétion's death, she shifted her alliance to Boyer. This was not merely a romantic pursuit, it was a strategic merger. By becoming Boyer's mistress and partner, she provided the new, younger president with the institutional memory and social legitimacy of the Pétion era. The most complex challenge of Marie-Madeleine's career was the unification of the island. You've touched on a profound historical tension, the cultural and ancestral chasm between the two sides of the island. The people in the East, the future Dominican Republic, often held on to their Spanish colonial ties and took pride in a heritage they viewed as distinct from the revolutionary identity of the West. Marie-Madeleine assisted Boyer in navigating this friction through several key strategies: intelligence and diplomacy. She acted as a high-level advisor, helping Boyer understand that the unification could not be achieved through brute force alone. She advocated for a policy of protection, framing the Haitian entry into the East as a liberation from potential European recolonization. Managing the elite friction, recognizing that the Eastern colonos viewed themselves as socially superior due to their European and indigenous ancestry, she encouraged Boyer to maintain certain administrative structures that felt familiar to the locals. She hosted the elite from both sides of the island, using her charisma to bridge the gap between Haitian generals and the skeptical Eastern aristocracy, attempting to create a unified ruling class. A legacy of absolute influence. By the height of Boyer's 25-year reign, Marie-Madeleine was effectively the vice president in all but name. Her power reached its zenith through. It was common knowledge in Port-au-Prince that to get a favor from the president, one first had to secure the favor of la présidente. She reviewed petitions and advised on judicial appointments. Economic mastery. She managed a massive portfolio of properties and businesses, making her one of the wealthiest individuals on the island, independent of the state treasury. When Boyer's government finally collapsed in 1843, Marie-Madeleine's influence was so deeply tied to the regime that she followed him into exile in Jamaica. She died shortly after, marking the end of a period where a single woman's intellect steered the course of Caribbean history. Her legacy is that of a woman who understood that in a world where laws are written by men, power is often held by those who command the room where the writing happens. She remains a symbol of the complex, often hidden role women played in defining the borders and identities of the Caribbean.